most recognized figures in all of sport. And in the world of gymnastics, Bela Karolyi is a legend. In 1976, he coached Nadia Comaneci to the first perfect 10 in Olympic gymnastics. In 1984, with Bela as her coach, Mary Lou Retton became the first American woman ever to win an Olympic gold medal. In 1991, Kim Zmeskal became the 15th world champion he had coached and the first ever from the United States. Bela slipped quietly into retirement right after the '92 Olympics, which ironically set the stage for the newest coaching dynasty. Having coached Shannon Miller to 5 Olympic medals and a world championship, Steve Nuno's Dynamo Gym is setting the gymnastics world on fire.
I think it's quite an exciting time for me as a coach, because I finally reached the point where I've always wanted to be as a coach, have an Olympic medalist, a world champion, and where do you go from here? I don't think anybody's been further than here than maybe 1 or 2 other coaches in the world.
And these dynamos hope to follow Shannon's lead.
What's great about Jenny is she has the most unique talent that I've ever seen in a gymnast. She's probably the most talented gymnast I've ever seen in my life.
When I was 5, I started gymnastics here in Atlanta. And I trained at Atlanta School of Gymnastics for, I guess, until I was 8. I moved to Karolyi's in Houston. And I trained there for 2 years. And then when I was 10, I moved to Steve's gym in Oklahoma City, and I've been here ever since then.
Well, Soni's very unique gymnast because she has an extremely graceful and beautiful body to work in. She's an excellent dancer. She's a very sweet person. But at this point, I get to invent skills. I get to go to the next level, which maybe New Frontier, where no other coach has been before.
Steve Nuno, the coach of the 90s, if you will, perhaps the power base in the sport of gymnastics, a switch from Houston to Oklahoma City. Bela Karolyi, of course, having now retired, and with the emergence of Shannon Miller, this man has become the coach of the 90s. And today, his team and Shannon Miller, as you see, with the all-around lead, and a lead that is unto herself. Jenny Beathard remains in second place. Soni Meduna and Marina Vidas, and even Tanya Maiers with an outside chance to catch her. So the battle is for second and third right now. As to the team standings, Dynamo comfortably in front of Browns. The Quebec seniors are still in third place with the Illinois seniors, and then the Atlanta Gymnastics Club in 5th place right now. Let's go to the floor exercise right now, where the Dynamo team will be performing, and Steve Nuno with some final words to Tanya Maiers as she prepares to take the floor. Tanya, the next breed, if you will, in the sport of gymnastics. Coming on the heels of Shannon Miller.
Tanya has done very well so far in these competitions. This has truly been a good experience for her. Trying to do a triple twist. Wasn't quite around. But what she lacked in twist, she's making up in smiles here.
This is her hometown, so she has a lot of support. Her mom and her dad are both here. Needless to say, her dream is to be back here in '96.
The most fun part of gymnastics is competing. She likes to go out and show off all the hard work that she does in the gym and show that it pays off. Oh, didn't quite get that full twist around. That was really her 2 main mistakes in the routine. She's had a little trouble getting the full twist all the way around.
And there is her dad. As we mentioned, they live here in Atlanta. Take a look again at her first pass.
Here she's trying a triple twist. And she just doesn't quite get it around. There's 1, 2, and there's the third one coming around. Not quite. She goes 2.5 and kind of sneaks it around. This was the best pass in the routine, a double pike and an excellent landing. Nice straight legs, good height. I spoke to Tom Cook, who was her coach here in Atlanta at Atlanta School of Gymnastics, and she was only 5 years old and stayed until she was about 8 years old. He says she used to come to workout every day with a list of questions, all the things she wanted answers to, and she just loves information. It's like a sponge.
What is the meaning of life? 9-3-5 is the score for Tanya Maiers. And Soni Meduna will be next up in floor exercise for the Dynamo team. She, of course, trying to get into a spot behind her teammate Shannon Miller.
When we spoke to her before the competition, she really struck us as a very serious athlete. Wants to work very hard and wants it to pay off by becoming a champion.
Also wants to be a doctor, which having a serious attitude is probably a good idea.
Now, of course, on all these tumbling passes, what you really look for is that they make the landing without any extra steps. She had a couple steps forward. A much more elegant gymnast than many of the ones we're seeing here. Oh, I like that. I love to see originality. That's really not encouraged in the new code of points enough.
Soni Meduna in a fine routine and floor exercise.
She has a very dramatic flair. Very nice on this event, showing off her length, her height, all of 5 feet.
Yeah, it's interesting, though. It's all this sport is more relative, I think, than maybe any other. Let's take a look at her first tumbling test.
This is an area where she's really working hard, working on the strength and the power of gymnastics. She's got the elegance and the good form and beautiful lines, and really working on the difficulty here, finishing with the double back.
So Soni Meduna with a fine performance. We await her score. We'll have it for you when we come back on the other side of this.